Hello and welcome back. Today we're diving into a whole new project. We're going to be making this V-block clamp, and we're going to be doing it in metric sizing. Going to start off by making this screw here today. So if you want to screenshot this, have all the measurements, this would be the time to do it. I'm going to shrink it off to the side. I'm going to go into my SOLIDWORKS, open up a new document. Once it opens up, I'm going to make sure that I am in metric. And going to get myself a new sketch. Just going to slap this on the front plane, and I'm going to use my line tool to draw the outline of half of this screw, and then I'll revolve it. So first things first, there's the inner shaft of the screw. It's got a little flat portion at the bottom, comes out for a threaded portion, that's most of its length. Got a little undercut, and then the knurled top that we actually grab onto. Something like that. I'm going to use my smart dimension tool, just slap some dimensions on here. Total length of the screw is 76. And the width of this top piece here is 22, so half of that's 11. The length of this top piece is 16. Undercut itself is only 1.5. I'm not given the length of the threaded portion, but I am given the length of this little guy that pokes out here on the bottom. If I can grab him. Try that again. There, I got him. This one down here on the bottom, 6. That's right. There we go. So now I just need to enter in some widths here. And that one down on the bottom had a width of 10, so half of that's 5. My thread, it is an M12 thread. So this is going to be 6, but I'm going to give myself a little bit extra to cut away to actually make the thread. So I'm going to call it 7 for now, knowing that we will revisit it shortly. And my little cutaway portion, zoom on in here, has a width of 9. So half of that, 4.5. All right, now I can turn this into a feature by revolving it. And there we go. And now I'm going to come back to those threads. I left this oversized. So I'm going to come up under my hole wizard. I have what's called a stud wizard. It's asking me to start this on an edge of a cylindrical surface. So I'll start it right here. And it's going to be putting threads on this surface. Now we're not in inch, we're in metric. And I got some options here for 12. And this 12, 1.25 is about as close as I can get to the spec that's called out. So I'll run with that for now. And my threads, I want them to go up to the next surface, so just running that whole thing. And there we go. That cut it down to size. And you can see this dotted line indicates that there's going to be threads here. So the shop knows there's supposed to be threads. Okay, next thing I'm going to put on here, I got this little hole here, this little pin that goes through. So to make that, I'm going to make myself a sketch. And I'm going to use this drop down to get access to my front plane. And this is literally just a circle. And it's 3 millimeters. And it is dimensioned halfway down this knurled area at 8. Very nice. So I will turn that into a cut. Got to cut a hole first, and then I'll fill it with the pin. I'm going to do through both directions. There we go. Now I got a nice hole running through there. Now I just got to put a pin in there. That's once again just going to be a new sketch on that exact same front plane. I'm going to convert entities, grab that circle, and then turn it into an extrusion. So for this one, I want it to go up to the surface. That's like, all right, what surface? That surface. I do not want it to merge result because I want it to actually stand out so I can still see it. So currently I'm heading from the center up to this surface. Well, that's only half of it, so I need a second direction. And it's going to be again up to the surface, and it's the exact same surface, just on the other side. There we go. So I've now filled that hole in with my little pin. Only thing left to do in the picture, we have a knurling on the surface. So easy way to do those, come up here under my appearance menu, and it's already grabbed the Boss Extrude, this little pin. That's not what I want. So I'm going to highlight it and delete it. I am going to be knurling a surface or face. It's this one right here. And then I'll go under my advanced options, and surface finish is one of your options. I'm not putting a color on it. I am knurling it. Now all I got to do is zoom in here, grab this little box. See if it'll let me grab one of these corners. There we go, like that. And now I can shrink the size of my knurling, expand it, sort of play around with it until it looks right. That looks like a nicely knurled surface to me. And there we go. We have ourselves a nice little pin that's ready to go in our V-block. Hope this video was helpful. Hopefully you're having a nice day.